So it seems like more and more Sony does these little things that sort of just tick me off, and I don't really understand the thought process behind it, to be quite honest with you, right? Like, I don't get it. They do things that are pro gamer and pro consumer, and then it just seems like lately all they do are these little idiotic things that piss people off, and that, of course, they'll get a free pass from their fans and things like that, and it's going to continue to happen in the future. I mean, listen, they've already started, and I get it, right? Because I like Xbox. Some people say again, but in general, I like Xbox, and they're putting games on PC. But they've been very honest since that point in time, years and years ago. Everything's going to go to PC day and date. Sony, on the other hand, kind of tiptoe. You never know what's going to PC, what isn't. They obviously don't do the same thing that Microsoft does, where a free copy comes to you if you buy one or the other. But at the same time, we do see that, like, Sony isn't oblivious to making mistakes, and they've made quite a few mistakes lately. And so, to me, that just makes kind of a weird kind of sentiment for gamers. So I want to get into this because I found it to be very interesting. It's a very bad look for Sony, and I hope that they fixed it sooner rather than later. So let's go ahead and get into it. Hey everybody, I'm Crap Gamer, and this is Crap Gamer Reviews. If you're watching my video, please leave a like on the video. It helps it to be seen. And I'm looking to get 100 likes on each of these videos, as it's a great way to help out the channel. It's a very small goal. I understand that. Kind of a silly goal considering, but still one that I'm hoping to kind of pull off, and has as yet still hasn't happened. So PlayStation Stars programs gives players better customer service. Just think about that for a second. You've got to be in this PlayStation Stars program to get service. It's so weird. So the Stars program launches in the Asian Group Series region, and a top tier gets players better customer service than the lower levels. Think about that for a second. Sony is set to release a premium loyalty program called PlayStation Stars in multiple regions, and it gets players better customer service should they need to contact PlayStation. The PlayStation Stars program has begun for Japanese PlayStation fans, but it's currently unclear what the service will look like when it makes its way to the West next month. PlayStation Stars has just kicked off for PlayStation fans in Japan, and it adds a point system that rewards players for playing specific games and campaigns. The rewarded points for completing these tasks can be used through PlayStation Stars to earn digital collectibles, select games, and Xbox Game Pass on competing hardware before it, even shop credits according to another potential feature of the PlayStation Stars program. Subscribers will also receive improved customer support should they need to contact Sony about a product or service, which is weird to me. PlayStation revealed PlayStation Stars earlier in the month in a State of Play, in which Vice President of Global Marketing Grace Chen highlighted the various digital collectibles that fans can expect to earn through spending points. There are different levels to PlayStation Stars subscription, like the differences between a standard Xbox Game Pass subscription versus an Ultimate one, but there are a total of 4 levels, and each has its own benefits. All PlayStation fans will automatically be set to level 1 when PlayStation Stars comes to the West in October, while higher tiers will cost progressively more. So, being the top tier, PlayStation Stars Level 4 gives subscribers in Japan anyway a better customer service experience, which may carry over to PlayStation Network accounts in the West when it launches in the region. PlayStation fans that buy the most games and earn a plethora of trophies will rise in PlayStation Stars more quickly when it actually lands credence to the emphasis on gaming, but leaves the small spenders at lower tiers. Those lower level accounts may feel further punished when contacted PlayStation customer support, as the PlayStation Stars listing confirms that the Tier 4 benefit of getting priority in the chat order. Can you imagine that? Like, so you're a hardcore gamer and you get priority in this chat. Like, to me, that is just unbelievable and kind of an ignorant thing, to say the least. Like, I don't understand what Sony's thinking is with this. At the end of the day, I find it to be very kind of a rude thing to do. And honestly, there's a lot of gamers out there in the world that realistically need to... That don't play a ton of games, but they maybe play a certain type of game or something along those lines. And to think that they are completely left out in the cold, I find that to be disheartening, to say the least. While PlayStation Stars has been confirmed for a Western launch in October, it's currently unclear if it will retain all the perks of the services offered in other countries that already have access to it, Because of struggles faced by some PlayStation players before PlayStation Stars was even confirmed, multiple fans have expressed frustration with customer service being tied to a loyalty program, while others have praised Sony for reinventing the online experience yet again. I think those praising them are the hardcore fanboys that continually do that, despite the fact that, this is something that realistically hurts, casual gamers and just the average type of gamers in the interim to begin with, right? It's just honestly, it doesn't make any sense to me. And I think that at the end of the day, Microsoft does theirs the right way. And when you look at Sony, I don't understand what they're thinking with some of this stuff. It's like everything is kind of led by the almighty dollar, and it's a company and a business, and I understand that. But at the same time, you have all these fans that honestly have just given you so much, and to kind of repay them like this just doesn't make a lot of sense to me, as a fan of video games in general. It doesn't really push the industry forward, and it doesn't really, I don't see how this is going to help out in a way that is conducive to actually being a good thing. Maybe they're trying to give a perk, but the other thing that I would say is that, to be quite honest with you, PlayStation has some of the worst customer service as it is. So it's not like they have a ton of great history there with customer service. So it's almost like, they're saying, hey, if you spend a ton of money and spend, hundreds and thousands of dollars with us, we'll give you chat priority, but our customer service still sucks anyway. So yeah, like, it doesn't make a whole hell of a lot of sense to me. And, it just goes to show that any company can, be ruled by greed. Any company can be ruled by, bad ideas. And where it used to be like, we would see something like Microsoft would get like crapped on for, something that they did. And a lot of times it was something that they obviously ended up kind of screwing over themselves. It was their own fault. And they got blamed for it. But it's just like, to me, it almost feels like Sony kind of gets away with whatever they want, and people just kind of go, oh, well, that's Sony. And to me, I don't understand that thought process at all, and I just think that it's silly that, gamers kind of give them a free pass on that. So maybe you guys might feel the same way I do. I don't know. Like, to me, it's just kind of crazy that that's the way these things are going. Like, how in the world, like, you spend all this money on this stuff, and it realistically ends up not even being something that most people can really access or utilize. I honestly feel like it's just not a great thing. So I do hope that this is something that, obviously they get a hold of before too soon, because I think it's not too late for them to kind of address this. And I hope that they get things right with this, because it's such a tricky thing. But I will link this in the description. What do you guys feel like? Do you guys feel like, if you spend thousands of dollars on PlayStation, you should get chat priority or customer service better than those that don't? Not everybody spends that type of money. So I don't know. Let me know what you think. Rack 'em up, fact 'em up, Crap Gamer 'em up. Thanks for watching. Crap Gamer out.